G'day guys and welcome back to the show. Today I'm going to be making fruit mince pies, which is fantastic for the festive season. I will be making my own basic shortcrust pastry, and the ingredients you see before me will be what is going into the mince filling. I'll be doing it in the Cobb oven today. Now obviously you can do it in your home oven, whatever you sort of like, but just to show that you can do this outside if you want to when you're camping. Okay guys, let's give it a go. Okay, first thing, we'll get the cob going. Just got the cobblestone, self-lighting. Well, not self-lighting, but you don't need firelighters or anything. Okay, she's going now. Now that's probably going to take about 20 minutes to get to temperature. I'll probably leave it a bit longer though, because I don't want it too hot for the pastry. We'll just put the lid on to the cob, just let it do its thing. Just move all these ingredients off to the side, just in preparation to make the pastry. It's a really simple pastry to make. Okay, for the short crust, just some melted butter, some caster sugar, plain flour, and 1 egg yolk. Now we'll just give it a bit of a mix. I'll probably need to add a little bit of water to it. You just want the pastry to come together. You don't want it too wet, obviously. So about now, just get your hands into it just to feel it. You want like a bit of a breadcrumb sort of texture. And just sort of gently knead it. Okay, so that's all come together quite nicely. Just taking me on the board a little bit. Now you don't want to over knead it, otherwise it will become a little bit elasticy, but that's looking pretty good. And now we'll just give that a rest. If you don't rest it, it does become quite elasticy and it's just an absolute bugger to roll out. So give it a rest, 10-15 minutes. In the meantime, I'll make the mix to fill the tarts. And we've got some mixed dried fruit and butter, brown sugar. Yeah, we've got some mixed spice, nutmeg, and cinnamon. And need a little bit of lemon zest. And a squeeze of about, probably not a whole lemon, probably half. So Granny Smith apple. Now you can grate this. I like to slice it. I think it just gives it a bit more body. Now when you make this mix, honestly, it's probably better to leave it for a day, even 2. I'm not going to here, but the longer it actually sits, the better it's going to be. Just roughly chop it. It doesn't have to be anything spectacular. Once again, I think it just gives it really good body. Some slithered almonds. Just give them a little bit of a rough chop. Okay, a couple of tablespoons of brandy. Depends how much you like, I guess. And 1 egg. Okay, give all the ingredients a good mix. Like I said earlier, the longer you can leave this, the better. Don't worry if the sugar's a bit lumpy like it is, it will break down. Okay, this is nicely combined now. We'll just give this a good 15 minutes to macerate. In the meantime, I'll roll the pastry out, put it straight into the molds, we'll fill them up and then straight into the cob. Now you do want the pastry rolled reasonably thin, probably about a couple of mil thick. I'll sort of show you what it looks like. That's about the thickness of it there. If it's too thick, it's going to be raw. If it's too thin, it's just going to break apart. Now the little tart shells I use, the ones you can pull the base out on, much easier to use. You don't have to worry about trying to dig the pastry out when you've cooked it. Oops. Now all you need to do is just roughly cut enough that it's going to fit into. Now you don't need to cut it round or anything, just put the pastry in, just press it in gently, and just put your hand on top. And that'll cut the whole thing out. Now let's roll the excess out just a little bit. Okay, now I've just got a little star cutter. Now these will just go on top, just to make it look pretty. Okay, pastry's all rolled out, stars are done. I'll just move this out the way and then I'll get on to filling them. Try not to get too much of the liquid in there. It will still work, but you don't want a lot in there really. Okay, now I'll just grab the rack for the cob. Okay, you can see the cobblestone's gone quite white in colour. That's what you want. You don't want it black. If it's black, it's going to be full of carbon, give it a disgusting taste. Now I'm just using a rack here just to keep it off the base because this will get quite hot and I don't want it to burn at the bottom. With that, it'll give better airflow as well. So I'll sit it on there for, I don't know, a minute or two, then we can stick the tarts in. Okay, this is all ready to go now. So we'll just take the lid off, just place the tarts straight onto the rack. Okay, we'll just pop the lid on. Probably take about 10 minutes. In the meantime, I'll just give this place a bit of a clean up. It's going to take longer than I thought. All right, we'll just give these a final check. Yeah, they're ready. Just take them off the heat. Now initially I was thinking about 10 minutes, but it has taken longer. It's probably closer to 20. But you can see it's all nice and golden brown. Let them cool off for about 5-10 minutes and then we can take them out of the shells and eat them. Okay, they're cooled down enough now. So I'll just take them out of their shells. And just give them a fair dust of icing sugar. Adds to the sweetness, but also just looks good. There you have it guys, they're my fruit mince pies. I hope you enjoyed the show today. Please don't forget to like and subscribe and please comment below. Okay, about time I give these a crack. Thanks for watching guys.